you are on.
So back in April, David Hogg made a statement about liberals and conservatives in this country in regards to their strategy and their tactics. Right now, liberals are basically a bunch of kindergartners with a bunch of crayons. Meanwhile, our opposition is organized like SEAL Team 6. We need to get our shit together and actually learn how to organize and lead. Our democracy is on the line. This is what Deb and I have been saying for a while. This is why when we present these shows, we present something in terms of our strategy, even if it moves back and forth based on what we learn over time. We give you suggestions as to what to do in terms of what to do with the information. That's what we did with the gun policy. You can't just demand things happen. There is a procedure and a process to go through. So anybody who wants to look at that in terms of the guns, we did it for the past 2 weeks. Now we're moving on to January 6th. And make no mistake that the people who are directly involved in this know what they're talking about. Judge Ludig knows what he is talking about when he made the statement about Trump and his followers being a clear and present danger. He said that with a purpose. Everything we do from here on out needs to have a purpose. Seditious conspiracy, the 18 U.S. Code 2384 states, if two or more persons in any state or territory or in any place subject to the jurisdiction of the United States conspire to overthrow, put down, or to destroy by force of government or the United States, or to levy war against them, or to oppose by force the authority thereof, or by seize, take, or possess any property of the United States contrary to the authority thereof. And by the way, the presidency, to me, is temporary property. It's a job. They shall each be fined under a title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both. And there are also provisions under Article 14 of the Constitution, the Sedition Act, to keep those people from running again. We need to pressure Merrick Garland, while at the same time understanding that he is still investigating. So we have right now more than 100 GOP primary winners backing the big lie. Just so you know, one of the strategies that the Democrats, progressives, liberals have to do is to make sure that this tactic becomes toxic. Every single one of these people who backs this needs to lose, or as many of them as humanly possible. They're already starting to back off of this, but it needs to stop because we have candidates or primary candidates who are already talking about taking people to court, blah, 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 in terms of their primary. This is them complaining about the system being rigged within their own party, including a Trump Nevada GOP primary loser talking about voter fraud.
In New Mexico, Couey Griffin,
yep,
who is a county commissioner, an election conspiracy theorist, is refusing to certify the vote there. Basically, this is what's going to happen. If the far right doesn't like the results, whether it's a primary or a final election, they're going to claim voter fraud now. That's how pervasive Donald Trump's lies have been, okay? And this is precisely now, and I don't know if anybody has heard Donald Trump recently on the road as he grifts around the country supporting these seditionist candidates. he was at the Faith and Freedom Coalition conference on Friday night, made a 2-hour speech where he bragged about pressuring Mike Pence to overturn the election, even though Donald Trump knows full well that he lost that election, because it just came out today in an article that one of his advisors overheard him say, "Can you believe I lost to this guy?" that night in the White House. So he knows exactly what he's doing. The problem we have here is he's continuing to talk this way, and he's continuing to say they won't tolerate election fraud in 2024. And this is why Judge Ludig is saying that Donald Trump and his supporters remain a clear and present danger to our democracy. This is not over yet, not by a long shot.
Clear and present danger has to be proven when proving sedition. You have a Republican judge who had Ted Cruz and John Eastman as two of his clerks, and Judge Ludig stating that Trump and his followers are a clear and present danger.
He has broken with both of those people, by the way.
Now we have, right now, 8 senators endorsed by Trump. 6 of them have won their primary. 2 are still ongoing. 26 in the House, 12 won, 3 lost. One of them was Madison Cawthorn. Then we have statewide offices, 21 endorsements, 8 won their primary. Of these people who are going to the general, we need to make sure that these people lose as many of them as humanly possible, to this, especially the senators. J.D. Vance and Herschel Walker are 2 of them. Finally, I want to, not overstate it enough. Merrick Garland has to pursue this, and we have to, when a right winger fights Trump and his followers on this big lie, we agree with them. We don't fight with them. We don't question their motives or whatever. Of all people, Rep. Dan Crenshaw was attacked, physically attacked, for being a quote unquote rhino because he doesn't buy the big lie bullshit. Okay, we need to strengthen our resolve and become big boys here and stop pussyfooting around this on Twitter and get this done.
All right. And
before anything gets done.
Let me just say this, okay? We need to have a voice here. We need to do the basics as citizens of this country.
Oh.
Right? They take their lead from us. Whether you want to believe that or not, they do. The time is now, people. And we'll be talking about this as we move forward. This is also going to become part of the website as well. So we're going to cut this off right now so we can get into the big, whatever it's called. What's it called?
The big show.
Yeah, the big show. Yeah. The
long show.
We're going to get into the Factivist Report now. We're going to continue on with this conversation, and we will see you soon.